Okay, the first series of words I'm going to give you are to do with the voice. Okay, and I did a little bit of research, revision and preparation before I arrived here to do the video. And so first of all, we've got pace, pause, pitch. Now these are all to do with the voice. The pace is a drama word that means the speed at which you speak, your pace. My pace at the moment is very deliberate and fairly slow, but I could speed up very quickly so that you actually have to follow very carefully so you understand what I'm saying. So that's pace. Pitch is how high or low your voice is. So you can go low or you can go very high, or you can be somewhere in the middle, and that is pitch. So it is the level of your voice, either low, middle or high. Now obviously you use these in various ways to show some kind of feeling or emotion or something, and I'll give you an example. If you're supposed to be creating something that is a bit sexy, then a lower voice is what you would be looking at. So if you're thinking about sexy, I mean like Marilyn Monroe, happy birthday, Mr. President, you know, it's low. Comedy voice is often very high, or anger or fear can be very high. Now, you think about the play that this is, you know, that you're studying, and you actually ascribe this to that particular play. So think about it. Think about the pitch. Pause. Now, this is to do with voice because it's to do with when you decide to hold the voice back or when you decide to use the voice. So you pause at various moments. So for instance, if you want to say a sentence which is hello, how are you, then what you might do is you might put a pause in there and create some kind of impression. For instance, hello, how are you? Now there's a pause in there, and you can start to read some kind of meaning with that pause at that particular point, obviously. So pace, pitch, pause. In addition to that, one of the things that you want to consider is diction and enunciation. The diction of an actor is how clearly they speak. If you can hear an actor very clearly, then probably what you're going to be saying about them is that they have good diction. It's a good subject-specific word to use. In addition to that, if you want to look at, for instance, sorry, there's people looking at me and put me off, but so diction was one thing. What's the other thing? I forgot what the other thing is. Oh yeah, enunciation, right. So enunciation is how clearly you pronounce the words. So, for instance, you would really form the consonants exceptionally well. So, for instance, if the word is not, then the T sound at the end is pronounced, or butter, the T's in the middle of the word are pronounced very clearly. And that is enunciation. So you've got two words here to do with voice. One is diction, and one is enunciation, and they're both to do with voice. We've also got volume, so how loud or how quiet. And with quietness, you have this phrase, it's an Italian phrase, and it is sotto voce. And that means to speak very quietly in order to get some kind of effect. So, are your actors using these skills? Think about these, they're all to do with voice. Are they using those? There is another word, attack. Now, attack is another word that is used to describe how an actor creates a performance. And to give you an example there, you'd have something like, to be or not to be, that is the question. To be or not to be, that is the question. That is putting a lot of attack on those words. At any kind of really sort of dramatic point, that would be very useful. Are our actors using those skills? Okay.